My name is Brittany Lopez, and I'm here to share with you my family's story with cerebral palsy, or CP for short, and CPATH's impact in our journey. A little about me. I was born and raised in Austin. My husband, Esteban, and I have been married for over 15 years, and I'm mama to two little boys, Ethan, who's 7, and Alex, who's 1. My oldest, Ethan, was diagnosed with cerebral palsy 5 years ago, and that diagnosis was very unexpected for our family and completely changed our world. My pregnancy with Ethan was very typical, no complications, with us feeling overjoyed to meet our baby boy, and of course, nervous if we'd be good parents. His birth went smoothly. We were on cloud 9. He was here, safe and healthy. Fast forward a few months, and when Ethan was closer to a year old, we started noticing some delays. Crawling was harder for him. He wasn't standing by himself, wasn't close to walking, and we were referred to physical therapy for early intervention to work on some of those skills. Ethan was later diagnosed with cerebral palsy right after he turned 2 years old. And that diagnosis was really based on his symptoms, tight muscle tone, and how that was impacting his development. I'll never forget how I felt that day he was diagnosed. So confused, scared, and alone. I was completely uncertain what that meant for his future and our family's future. I'll admit, I next turned to Dr. Google. I don't know how many of you have tried that before. That research only made it worse and left me with more questions than answers. There's such a range of what this diagnosis means, and it impacts each person so differently. There's really no way to predict what the future would hold for him. Especially in our situation, not knowing why he had CP made things even scarier. But CPATH was there to help us navigate this new path we found ourselves on. Our first introduction to CPATH was about a month after he was diagnosed. CPATH, when we first met them, they helped us get equipment we didn't even know we needed. We were fortunate enough to meet Kelly and Noble, who got us our very first stander through the equipment closet. We called him Big Red because of the size and color of this new big equipment sitting in our living room that we really didn't know how to use yet. My husband wanted me to give a shout out to all the CP dads who love their equipment and own all the equipment and everything out there. We all love our equipment. It helps life so much. But CPATH was there to help bridge this new world we were thrown into. From equipment we were learning to the people we met who were veterans in this new world. I share this as an example to show how CPATH truly cares for the CP community. Through the years, CPATH has partnered with us in our journey of discovering what it means to have a CP diagnosis. For Ethan, it impacts all areas of his development, from his mobility, communication, to how he learns and participates. But let's be clear, Ethan is more than his CP diagnosis. He's a little boy who's silly, playful, shy, kind, funny, loving, very strong-willed, and very stubborn, and so much more. But he's still just a kid. And like other kids, he wants to participate in the world around him. CPATH has allowed Ethan to participate in activities he'd never be able to otherwise. There are very few places in our community where he and our family can participate fully and truly belong. That's one of the hardest parts of Ethan's diagnosis for our family. Anywhere we go and anything we do as a family, we know isn't made with kids like Ethan in mind. It requires the heavy load of us figuring out how to make it adaptable, researching if it's accessible, and waiting for stares and questions. Over the years, Ethan has participated in a variety of adaptive recreation, such as ice skating, being on the power soccer team where he got to drive a power chair for the very first time. That was the first time he felt true independence, moving his body freely, playing a game. We've enjoyed play dates, community days, CP day celebrations, and all kinds of events like 12 Lights, baseball games. And that's where we've met lifelong friends who truly get it and make us feel like we're not alone. CPATH's equipment closet has continued to be a tremendous resource for us over the years to try out different equipment we otherwise wouldn't have access to. This equipment truly improves Ethan's quality of life and access to his world. Ethan turned 7 this past July. His brother's first birthday was in May, and his big birthday gift was a tricycle. Ethan was over the moon for Alex's birthday and this exciting gift. So much so that every day since his brother's birthday, Ethan asked for his very own bike for his upcoming birthday. This is the first time ever that Ethan has asked for a specific gift. That milestone was a big deal for us. The challenge is adaptive bikes can cost thousands of dollars, not something in our budget. We were on the hunt for a bike without much luck. CPATH noticed us looking and found one just for Ethan. They helped us make our little boy's birthday wish come true. We've built a community within CPATH. We're now connected to both families with young kids like ours and those with older kids or young adults who have been where we are. CPATH is one of the only places we feel completely comfortable being us and our family dynamic, knowing it will be accessible and inclusive. Ethan and our family feel seen, understood, and enjoy activities with ease. Our community shares in our successes, milestones, setbacks, fears, and our worries of life looking different. They've connected us to resources such as medical specialists, summer activities Ethan can participate in when school's out, which is essential for a 2-working family household, and been a resource as we've applied for life-changing support programs, explored various treatment options, and so much more. While the future is unknown, and we're excited for the future opportunities available to Ethan as he grows, from being able to attend a camp in the future, different sports teams with CPATH, adaptive recreation, to having support as he transitions to adulthood. While the CP path is still very overwhelming to us, CPATH helps light that path for Ethan. Everyone deserves to feel included. CPATH is that place of hope, inclusion, and belonging for our family. Without CPATH, we would feel isolated and be navigating this journey alone. CPATH has paved the way for younger families like mine to have community and resources available to us, but there's more to do. I felt drawn to being part of making a difference and joined CPATH's board early last year. And being on the board, I see the big dreams we have to expand even further our impact for families and adults with CP. We can't grow our programs and reach more people without your support. I ask you tonight to reach into your hearts and partner with us. You have an opportunity to be a part of the good work and impact CPATH is making. Your contribution directly impacts our local community and families just like mine, looking for hope and programs to participate in and belong. Thank you, and have a good evening.